Why am I not even surprised that it turns out that Favreau is actually Nina's teacher, who taught her about the ways of bounty hunting, giving her a fake bracelet that only gods can wear? Like, of course Favreau gets mentioned in this way, because it's Favreau. He's kind of a piece of shit, but he's a lovable piece of shit. It's gonna be interesting when they actually fully bring him into the story, because this is gonna be a 24 episode series, and Favreau is no longer the main character, he's now a supporting character, as Nina is now the protagonist, and I don't expect them to fully introduce his character. Like, sure, they did mention him in this week, but I don't expect he's actually gonna pop up into the fray for many weeks to come, until it serves a purpose for Favreau to actually be a part of the story. Like Kaiser himself, he has a reason right now to be in this story, as he's on, you could say, the opponent side, the antagonist side, but really no side is really good or evil. They're both kind of in the right and wrong in their own way. But Favreau, until they have a reason to bring him in, he doesn't actually have to be here yet. But I did like the little mention to figure out, like, who is Favreau to this cast of characters, at least in this season, and to learn that actually he's Nina's teacher, who may not be the best teacher. He's probably the worst teacher, but you know, it's kind of interesting nonetheless to see this. But I have to say, this episode absolutely flew by. Like, by the time the rag demon was ready to like start kicking ass, I thought we were at the halfway point, and then the like credits started rolling, and I was like, wait, seriously, this has already been like 22 minutes? This series is absolutely engaging. Like, the production quality alone in this series is spectacular. I've complimented its sound department, from sound effects to music to voice acting, it's all spectacular, but even the visuals are just amazing, and I'm really interested to see, because this is going to be 24 episodes back to back, no 3-month break, so I'm going to be interested to see if they can hold up this level of production quality. Like, things are going to dip, that's to be expected, but I'm interested if they can at least keep up something like this for the entire run, because if so, that's going to be absolutely incredible because of the amount of detail they're giving this series. But I thought this was actually a pretty fun episode. Like, it definitely had a lot of different tones to it. The first little bit absolutely just cracked me up, watching Nina raise money so that they can eat food, because she spends like half of their earnings every single day, but literally just doing this like arm wrestling competition, and just how strong she is and the reactions out of them. Watching the duck or the god who is a duck, you know, just kind of cracking up after it. It was just funny to even see like a new character who we don't quite know who he is, but at the beginning of the episode it seems like it's mentioned about this angel, two-colored eyes. That's probably who this guy was. But it was pretty interesting to see that he was giving Nina a run for her money, but ultimately Nina just like threw his ass around. But it's going to be interesting to see how much of an importance he's going to play later on, if he's going to be a main supporting character or if he's going to be an antagonist. They got a lot that they could do with his character, but based on how they introduced him, he definitely seems like he's going to be a main player, at least for a few episodes to come here. But what's really interesting is how this king is just saying, you know what, we're going to take out the rag demon. Well, how are we going to get him to come out? We're just going to start slaughtering demons until he shows himself. And Kaiser's is like, we can't do this. If we do this, like, of course Kaiser wants to protect the demons because he realizes not all demons are bad, but of course that's going to make him look bad. But he's saying, if they rise up, we'll just crush them. We did it once before, we can do it again. And it's this brutality that you still just can't fully disagree with this guy, but at the same time, you gotta think there's gotta be a way for both to coexist, because before in season 1, the demons were the ones who just brutally like killed humans, were kind of the ones ruling everything, and now after everything that's happened, the humans are. It's just a matter of, can there be that bridge, or do one of the species have to die? And it's going to be interesting to see where they ultimately go with this whole ideal, but it's going to be really cool just to see if this rag demon is going to get out alive, because you would say, well, of course the rag demon's going to live. Like, I mean, he's kind of been introduced as sort of like the main character, or kind of like the anti-hero. He's doing things in a bad way, but he is still kind of a good guy, unlike where he was in season 1, where he was portrayed as the, you know, the enemy. But they could kill his character and have maybe this new guy, the guy who's arm wrestling Nina, take his place. Like, there's so many ways that they could actually take it, that they could kill him next week and it would still work. But I do expect that he will live. But this isn't a series where it's like guaranteed that this guy could get out alive. But because Nina is coming in, it's going to be interesting. I assume she's going to get hot and bothered, turn into dragon form, and probably save the day again. But just this episode, everything about it, it just flowed nicely. There was a lot of funny comedy moments. There was some great action. Just overall, I don't know. I really like this series. This definitely is like top 3 of the season for me. I'm absolutely loving it, and I can't wait to watch episode 4 next week. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or do you think it was just okay? Before you leave, hit that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.